stop right there.
I understand. I was looking for more, but this is...
Did you find the deed? I'd hate to think that clumsy wizard Jinrissa outnixed me on this. Oh, no. I can't do it myself. It's not subtle, or even polite. If a Telvanni just bluntly demands this thing or that service. I'm sorry to impose once again, but could you give the deed to Master Firith on my behalf? I know I've asked a lot, trust me. Payment is forthcoming. Just offer the deed to Firith and tell him that Sun in Shadow would like his written support for elevation to the rank of retainer. Make it subtle, but not too subtle, you know. Just west of here, in a place called Hanood, Firith values his privacy, so be wary of Atronachs and traps, and don't be surprised if he's a bit, eccentric. Meet me in the council hall when you return. I have a very good feeling about this.
Property. Keep walking.
More visitors? I have those Atronachs out there for a reason. Can't you see there's no room? Oh, for Vex's sake, never mind. What do you want from us? Did she now? How prescient. Quite impressive, wouldn't you say, Geralt? Yes, I thought so too. I'm glad she chose to give it to me, and not that gua-faced bumbler Jinrissa. I suppose she wants something in return? These hirelings always do. Ah, yet another social climber. How tiresome. Still, exchanging a simple endorsement for valuable property seems like quite the bargain. Very well, it's a deal. Get out, be a dear, and fetch me that pen. What? Oh, fine, I'll get it myself. This should do. Now, off with you. My friends and I have pressing business. So much to do!
cause trouble, you'll be sorry.
We will review the request soon. In the meantime, continue your studies.
Mutsara Sooth is most kind. I thank you. Ha! I recognize that swagger. Hirith agreed to my demands, didn't he? Excellent! I ran into Counselor Angharal just a moment ago. Totally by chance, I might add. I asked her about the potential for advancement. She hedged a bit. This endorsement will make all the difference. Well, that makes two of us. I took no pleasure in spending all that coin, but as a retainer, I'll be able to double that sum before long. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a writ to deliver. Thank you again, my friend.
Always. She is busy and in a hurry. Ah, I see you have been tramping through the mud. Feel free to stamp your feet. Despite my best efforts, I have come very close to completing a task. In truth, I enjoy sweeping the dock, counting the ripples in the water. It feels like home. My heart and I have barely spoken. She strains her spines both day and night, poring through tomes and hatching her schemes. Her eyes are fixed on the next rank, and the next after that. I fear for her. A soul without rest grows dim as twilight. No, she has not. All to the good, I guess. A finless fish weakens the shoal. But enough about me. You, my friend, are a mighty swimmer. Seek her out in her stone-dwelling place. If I know my heart, she will certainly have a task for you. I think...
Pleasant surprise. Stay a while. Always pleasure to see you, Sarah. I'm glad you dropped by. I could use a friend right now. I just received a summons from the council. Typically, I'd be overjoyed. After all, I just submitted a petition for advancement to Oathman. But the council never acts on petitions this quickly. Someone's arranging pieces on the game board. I know it. If a member of the house plans to spring a trap, I need to project strength. The counselors know you've assisted me in the past. If you appear before the mouths on my behalf, it puts the Magisters and I on equal footing. It might even save my life. Thank you, my friend. Be careful.
My patron, Magister Gothrin, opposes any further honors for the slave girl. Oh, look. The lizard sent a representative. Such pretensions.
Approach, emissary. You may inform your benefactress, Sun and Shadow, that the Council has elected to reject her petition.
Be sure to add that all further petitions will meet the same fate. Cats and lizards have no place in our great house.
Honestly, Relassa.
Don't worry, Relassa. The emissary will give Sun and Shadow a full account of this meeting. I have no doubt. There is no greater virtue than ambition, but I'm afraid Sun and Shadow's enthusiasm has rubbed a few of our number the wrong way. Beyond the obvious? Your friend possesses a keen mind and great natural talent. But even the great House Telvanni is not above simple prejudice. The circumstances of her birth make advancement complicated. Yes, Relassa hates practically everyone, but she's developed a particular distaste for Sun and Shadow. I can't tell if it's truly the will of Gothrin or just a personal vendetta. Both of them revile lesser races. A perfect match if ever there was one. I would counsel patience, but I have no illusions. Sun and Shadow will dismiss such advice out of hand. Her dreams can only be deferred for so long. I say only this. Whatever she plans to do, make sure she does it cautiously. Sun and Shadow will stand before us again. I only hope that it's for a promotion and not something less pleasant. Believe it or not, these meetings can go far worse. Honor to you and your house, Sarah.
Damn, where are those cakes? Come to have words with me, have you? Well, let's get it over with. I have things to do. I merely speak for Muthsera Gothrin. His distaste for Sun and Shadow should come as no surprise. Beasts have no place in the house. You may want to rethink the company you keep, Outlander. Just a bit of advice. I suggest she leave Vardenfell. Travel to Daggerfall or Wayrest and join the Mages Guild. I hear they take anyone. She would fit right in. The fact is, she has no place here. She may have earned her freedom, but she will never be a true Telvanni. I don't hate them. I just see the truth of their nature. Argonians and Khajiit make wonderful servants, but to pretend they possess the same faculties as Mer, or even men, is absurd. They were born to serve, just as we were born to rule. I suggest she leave Varden.
Sorry, I grew tired of waiting. I received more than a few sideward glances on my way over. What happened in there? Oh, I see. Maybe I was too impatient. Requested it too soon. Damn! Did they give any reason? Was there anyone who spoke out against it? Of course it was Relassa. That pig has hated me from the start. Gothrin's not fond of Argonians, but this is clearly personal. Would you act as my emissary once more? If you go to Tel Arun and speak to Gothrin directly, maybe he can settle this. I'll answer what I can, of course. Most Telvanni magisters prefer to be left alone. They dislike and mistrust each other, so they appoint mouths to handle business outside their towers. Of course, the magister's wishes and the mouth's wishes often get tangled. It's imperfect. Just trust me, it's better this way. If the counselors had to deal with each other directly, there would be no peace in Vardenfell. You wouldn't jam a bunch of aelits into a pen together. Mages need room to stretch, room to breathe. I never said House Telvanni was perfect. We take the good with the bad. When I sit on the council, I'll put things right. How's that? Yes, when I achieve the rank of Oathman, I should be able to purchase a slave. I'll free Ioki and we'll toast to our success. That is what we've been working toward, right? I know that some of this feels a little unsavory, but it's necessary. A Telvanni mage doesn't have time to be troubled. Every day I learn something new. Every day I peel back one mystery to reveal another 10 beneath it. If this is the price of that kind of discovery, I'll pay it. Oh, that came out poorly. Never mind. Magister Guthrin reigns over Tel Arum, the fungal tower west of here. He has a sour reputation, but remains one of the most powerful mages in Tamriel. I never had cause to work for him, but Yoki did. He doesn't like to talk about it. I'd be lying if I said yes, but if there's anyone who could get through to him, it's you. Guthrin keeps a few pupils, henchmen more like. You'll probably have to get through one or two before he'll deign to speak with you. Just be careful.
Tel Arum's closed, so piss off, you little scamp. You got Nick spit in your ears? Tel Arun's closed. Jog off, you fetching nchow. Yeah? Well, I need a stiff drink and a good plow, but you don't see me knocking on strangers' doors belly aching about it. Magister Guthrin's not seeing any visitors. Not today, not tomorrow, and not next week. So shove off, go-off-face. All right. Beck said you really want to see him, don't you? All right, fine. Fork it over, Flathead. And keep this quiet, all right?
Aerith, Giravel, I've had enough of your excuses. Relassa made your task plain. Find those thieves.
I'm sorry, Magister. It will be done.
Whatever it is you want, talk to my cringing assistant.
Ah, greetings. I'm sorry you had to see that. Magister Guthrin is really quite charming once you get to know him. Honestly, he wouldn't have yelled if Relassa's little snoop, Captain Giravel, hadn't interfered. Ah, that. I'm sorry, but Relassa is determined to keep your Argonian from advancing. Typical. I should be mouth. Say, I might have an idea. The thieves Muthsera Guthrin mentioned fled to Shashpilamat. Could you retrieve the goods they stole? Spoken like a true Telvanni. If you bring the goods to me in Sadrith Mora, I'll take credit for their safe return. Relassa's gone to great lengths to discredit me, you see. My Muthsera knows this. If I succeed, he'll see that I am the fitter servant. Muthsera Guthrin will undoubtedly promote me to mouth. Then, in exchange for your help, I'll support your Argonian's petition. One good turn and all that. What do you say? I can't wait to see the look on Relassa's face when Muthsera Guthrin strips her of her title. And the groveling will be delicious. Of course, What can the future mouth of Muthsera Gothrin help you with? A great many things, I'm sorry to say. They pilfered an ancient tome, a rare pendant, and a purse full of gold. Of course, my master was most aggrieved by the loss of several slaves. Strong workers, all. Muthsera Gothrin is sick with worry. No, of course not. I didn't mean to assume. Truth be told, I've always been a fierce but very quiet proponent of beast rights. If you return the tome, pendant, and gold, I think Muthsera Gothrin will still promote me, albeit with a heavy heart. Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a good chance the missing slaves stole Muthsera Gothrin's property before fleeing Tel Arun. Ropefish and other people smugglers sometimes accept magicked items as payment. I'm sure I wouldn't know. My master has a kind and gentle disposition, but children sometimes need discipline, yes? It would really be Slave Master Arenum's prerogative. Unfortunately, she can be irascible. You should know by now that Telvanni alliances often start as fluid affairs. Not that our relationship is fluid. What we've got going here? Rock solid. Sun and Shadow's intentions align with my own. It only makes sense that we should be partners.
Take this report to Mouth Relasa, immediately.
Yes, Captain. It will be done.
Here's a bit of free advice. If you cross Relasa Delvi, you cross Magister Gothrin. Believe me when I say, you do not want to cross Magister Gothrin. Captain Giravel, anointed ombudsman to Mouth Relasa Delvi. Noticed you upstairs. Magister Gothrin has little patience for interfering strangers. Even less for interfering assistants like Aerith Sendril. I hope you will.
Did you know that the Dark Elves make jelly out of scribs? You'd think bug jelly would taste awful. But spread it on bread and oh, it's divine.
One moment. Let me finish this thought. What's this word? Oh, I wish my dear Narcissus would return so I could ask. His handwriting is atrocious. Oh, well, I'll just write inky black darkness. That sounds like the tomb he described to me. The nearby Drelloth tomb, of course. My employer, the famous adventurer Narcissus Dren, explores its depths, searching for hidden treasure even as we speak. I hope to get to investigate a tomb one day. For now, I'm content to be Narcissus' assistant. I am the personal assistant to Narcissus Dren, and I know a great deal about a good many things. I found the old scroll that mentioned the treasure, after all.
Narcissus has been gone a long time, though. Even missed lunch today, and he never skips a meal. You'll check on Narcissus? How sweet. I will make certain you get a mention in his next book. I suppose he just lost track of time studying an intriguing relic or some such. But I will feel so much better if you go into Dreyloth and see if he's all right. Certainly. I'd be more than happy to tell you all about the great Narcissus Dren and his exciting adventures. What do you want to know? I suppose I can take credit for that. I found an old scroll in a Talvani bookshop and took it right to Narcissus for analysis. His translation indicated there were secret passages inside. He said secret passages mean hidden treasure, so here we are. You don't know the great Narcissus Dren? He explores the world's most dangerous locations and writes books so that his beloved admirers can experience its adventures vicariously. Oh, just reading his words will send little thrills up and down your spine. It is much more than mere admiration. Narcissus Dren fills my heart the way mead fills an earthen jar. Someday, we will undergo the ritual of Mara and live happily as husband and wife. Elfbeta Dren. It has a certain flair, don't you think? I suppose I can take credit for that. Sarah, please, a moment. What a stroke of luck. You're a warrior, yes? Of course you are. I need your help, Sarah. All is not well in Martus Arkin. Husbandry run amok. Our chief breedsman, Drovos Nelvain, created a new genus of Quama. They've proven to be very aggressive and impossible to control. When I advised caution, Drovos nearly killed me, called me an intellectually stunted poltroon. Drovos managed to create a royal queen egg. If the egg hatches, our native Quama will be wiped out. He's gone mad, Sarah, and all of Vardenfell may pay the price. I need you to destroy this egg, white out the scribs in waiting, and deal with Drovos. I hate listening to this, but Drovos forced my hand. Quama husbandry is a delicate science. Introducing a belligerent expansionist breed like this? It's madness, pure and simple. We can't take the risk. They're unique. Selective breeding's nothing new in the egg trade. Some breedsmen focus on increased yield, while others focus on strength and longevity. Drovos wanted the best of everything. A combination of classical breeding and alchemy. Mad science, if you will. No one doubts Drovos' brilliance, but his methods are ghastly. Guiding a species towards specific traits takes years of work, generations, but that's too slow for Drovos. Unnatural? Emphatically yes. Nature couldn't produce Quama like this, not without gross interference. I can't stress this enough. If this breed spreads beyond Martus Arkin, we are in for an environmental catastrophe. So please, make haste. Yes, I suppose we rushed right past introductions. I'm Rydana Devani, sub-Tamrielic naturalist. I oversee mining practices for House Halalu, ensuring that the Quama aren't exposed to undue risk from disease, starvation, or parasitic infestations. They were promising at first. Quama are hardy creatures, but they still fall prey to the droops and parasitic mites. It's not unheard of to lose entire colonies to disease. Breeding in resistances made sense. It was a mistake. Drovos possesses a keen intellect, but no restraint. Too much Telvanni in him, I suspect. He has no allies, no official connections, only the work. In truth, this isn't his first transgression. He's been a penstroke away from death more than once. They don't know what he's done, and there's no time to tell them. The new queen could hatch any minute. Drover's also hired a company of mercenaries to protect him. Small-minded ruffians called the Rumble Guard. They're the brutes that chased me out.
Who are you? What do you want? You stink of incense and hookah smoke. Did that beast Gothran send you? We are not goods. Zashanti and her friends prepare to leave this cursed island. No more lashings, no more bitter food. Only the light of the moons drifting across the Topal Sea. We only took Gothran's belongings to pay the smugglers. Bright moons. This one thanks you, Walker. We stored Gothran's trinkets in crates nearby. The smugglers will groan at their absence, but we would rather face the wilds alone than go back to Tel Arun. Wait! What was that noise?
Greetings, Outlander. Cetera Relassa sends her regards. Gathering up these slaves on our own would have been exhausting.
No, no, no.
Damned cats! You lot are going back to Tel Arun. Move out!
You heard the captain. Get moving, Kerr.
No, Darsha will not go!
Don't kick yourself over Relassa outmaneuvering you. Trust me, you never had a chance. Of course, you didn't think she'd let that flat-headed Aerith outnix her, did you? Oh, and don't bother looking for those other stolen goods. My troops have the situation well in hand. Thanks for all your help, Noir. So long.
Once again, it's been a pleasure. Farewell, Sun and Shadow.
you are. I'm glad you're back. I just had a fruitful conversation with our friend Aerith. Seems that I'm not the only one Relassa's holding back. I think it might be I underestimated Relassa. I see that now. She plays the game far better than I do. The only way to win a game like this is to eliminate the player. I know how it sounds. I take no pleasure in it. It's just an unfortunate necessity. Half the Telvanni hierarchy arranged an opening at some point in their rise to power. If you deal with Relassa, Aerith takes her place. It's the best play, Sarah. I knew you'd see reason. Trust me, no one deserves this fate more than Relassa. You may have a Telvanni's heart after all. Aerith told me that Relassa entered her room in the council house just a few minutes ago. Good luck, my friend. Be discreet.
If you were looking for that evil-tempered Telvanni witch, she went into that room.
So, the lizard thinks she can kill me? Come on, then! I'll have her skin for gloves. After I deal with you, of course.
It's done? Thank you, Sarah. Not many people would take a life for their friends. At least I hope we're friends. The house? It makes it difficult to tell sometimes. Aerith and I spoke just moments ago. Things should move quickly. Aerith assures me that the council will accept my petition now. So yes, I'd call this a success. Hopefully no one will give me cause to do this again in the future. Once again, you have my thanks, Sarah. I hope you will consider working with me again. I admit our handling of the Relassa situation was stressful for both of us. I hope we can move past it, though, as friends. Come visit me sometime. I'll make it up to you, all right? I bought some very fine Khajiit tea I've been dying to try. This may surprise you, but the higher I climb, and the more powerful I become, the lonelier it gets. A true Telvanni life always involves some seclusion. But I value our friendship and Ioki's affection. I'd hate to lose either of you.
Is someone there? I've been tied up! Oh, thank the aid. To oblivion with these damned mages. No amount of gold is worth this kind of treatment. Sun and Shadow asked me to come measure her for a new dress. Soon after I arrived, a pack of Telvanni thugs burst through the door and dragged her off. One of them shouted something about Tel Arun. That's all I know. Please, just set me...
Hello? Anyone home? Oh, Scrib Jelly. I'm too late. Yes, well, I came to warn Sun in Shadow, but it seems I arrived too late. I guess I should warn you too. My most benevolent master, Muthsera Gothrin, is... disgruntled. Oh yes, peeved, in the extreme. Magister Gothrin promoted me to Mouth, but he still grieves for Relassa. As you know, grief often gives way to anger. Apparently his gentle disposition has limits when it comes to assassinating his son. Pity I didn't get here sooner. I thought perhaps with time his fury might abate. I'd make all haste to tell Arun if I were you. Muthsera Gothrin respects courage and candor. You go on ahead. I'll wait here for a bit. Best we're not seen together. No offense.
Not even the...
The Magister is expecting...
Eminently predictable, you and your lizard cohort. Ah, the murderer appears. I should thank you for saving me the trouble of hunting you down. Watching you peasants struggle against the inevitable is exhausting. Don't waste my time with flimsy pretense. Did you really think you could kill my mouth and get away with it? I see all. Your clumsy intrigue is no exception. If you wish to save your life and that of your friend, you will perform a task for me. Magister Otheri made a discovery some weeks ago. A relic, or some dwarven device, perhaps. He refuses to share the details, so I am compelled to take those details by force. Steal his notes from Tel Naga, and deliver them to my new mouth, Aerith. Magisters care little for the limits of morality, me least of all. I try to avoid turning people into shambling masses of screeching tumors, but in this case I could make an exception. At the very least, your scaled friend will die in chains. That depends on what information you retrieve. If it's useful, we can discuss the terms of the lizard's freedom. That's as much of a promise as you'll get from me. Be grateful I am giving you a chance to rectify the wrong you've done me.
What's this?
I'm
I
quite
don't
sure
like
you weren't
uninvited
invited
guests.
up here. Off you go.
Selling, buying, trading, right here.
I'm quite sure you weren't invited up here. Off you go.
Only the finest wares here.
I'm quite sure you weren't invited up here. Off you go.
There you are! I knew my master would show you mercy. Do you have something for me? Well done. I think my master wants to speak with you himself. Try not to make him angry, all right?
Well, it's about time. Come, servant. You retrieved the journal. That was competent. Ah, yes, this is Otheri's journal. His penmanship has gotten even worse. So, it's a dwarven artifact then. A merged tonal prism. My, that does sound intriguing. Seems he tucked it away in his Kwama mine, Zalkin Sub. You will fetch it for me. I said nothing of the sort. If your work pleases me, I may deign to release your friend and forget your misdeeds. But make no mistake, Noir, I've given you no word to keep. Go to Zalkin Sub, acquire the prism, then bring it to me in Tel Arum.
Oh, where am... Oh dear. Just give me a moment. Well, that could have gone worse. Ugh. Channeling spells always gives me dry mouth. Isn't that weird? Oh yes, I mean, Muthsera Gothrin expects unwavering obedience, but on the whole, it's been a delight. I know he's treated you poorly, but isn't his candor refreshing? I can't begrudge you that. Were I in your position, I'd probably need a good sulk too. Not that you're sulky or anything. Oh, you know what I mean. About as much as you, I wager. Kwama nest there, tending to their eggs and what have you. It probably smells bad too. Well, the Zalkin Sul cave network strays very close to an ancient dwarven stronghold called Zonchant. Otheri's miners might have stumbled upon an entrance to the ruin. So keep an ear out for clanking? I can't begrudge you that. Were I in your position, I'd probably need a...
Hey, you need something? Sure is. You looking for work? Nah, you're the adventurous type. Only time you'll lift a pick is to bash in some beastie's skull, am I right? Of course I am. What brings you out here to the arse end of nowhere? Well, it isn't locked. Go ahead and take a peek. Might want to keep it quiet, though. Don't want O'Terry's guards spotting you, trust me. They keep things locked down tighter than my fat auntie's bodice. Sure, I've got a few minutes. Yeah, who am I kidding? I've got plenty of time. What do you want to know? Other than O'Terry's guards, we have cave-ins every now and then. Unruly slaves and such. Then there's Mizanchent. But I'm sure you're not interested in that. Ash, get in your eyes on the way here? You can't miss those gloomy old dwarf towers. The way I hear it, Mizanchen ruins cut right under the mine. Plenty of treasure down there just waiting to be plucked. That's what I've heard, anyway. Just stretching my legs and keeping an eye out for Magister O'Terry. You know these Telvanni, always barging in without warning and throwing their weight around. Come to think of it, he's been visiting more often than usual. I wonder why. Yeah, well, honestly, I mostly just act like I'm working. Pace the same and you sweat a lot less. Stuck-up dark elves, ash storms, slave labor pushing down wages. What's not to like? I shouldn't bellyache. It is what it is, and I need the coin. Got to take the opportunities where you find them. Machine, eh? Figured you'd find it quickly enough. I knew you weren't interested in Kwama Caves. One of those black-hearted magisters sent you to filch this thing, am I right? I've got a proposition. I can tell you what little I know and give you a key to Mizanchent. In exchange, you give me any notes you find in there. Anything about how it was built, what it does, anything. Got a nice offer from an interested party. Well, that does make things easier. Gold's gold, right? So, Terry locked the crystal in place and took certain parts of the machine so no one else could turn the damn thing off. We need those parts to turn off the machine and get the crystal. The parts you need are somewhere in Mizanchant, but I'm not sure where. I spent a lot of time watching Oteri. From what I can tell, you'll need a crank, a spur gear, one of the smaller pistons, and some kind of handle. Sure, I've been keeping a sharp eye on Oteri ever since he set up shop in here. I still don't know what the damn thing does, but I'll tell you what I can. Prism? Oh, right, now I see it. I guess he found it in the ruin, yeah? All kinds of dwarven antiques in there, along with the parts you need. I think he hides the pieces to keep us from nabbing the crystal, the paranoid old skeever. Sorry, but I skipped school the day they taught dwarf machine magic. Got no idea, friend. I could hazard a guess. Looks a little like my pa's old jaw harp. So maybe it makes music or something. Some kind of death music, I bet. Damn dwarfs. A rascal like me has to look out for his own interests, right? Oteri dropped his key a few days back. I grabbed it and made a wax mold while he wasn't looking. Didn't take long to make a rough copy. You've got to jiggle it a bit, but it works.
The mine's collapsed. The Kwama are... What does this say? Never mind. Get out of here, through the east mine.
A dock. Another happy customer. Huzzah.
You didn't get yourself killed? That's promising. Ugh, what's that I smell? Grease and Kwama dung? Let's make this quick, Noir. I won't have you soiling my rugs any longer than necessary. The prism. Well, that is a surprise. I do hope this isn't some cheap forgery, for your sake. Ah, some kind of merged tonal prism. A lively one, too. Fascinating. I do hope that fool Otheri didn't damage it. He's almost as clumsy as you. Vexhead, do you still labor under the delusion that you have some power in this place? Huh, it's hardly worth discussing. I've grown tired of our little chats. You completed the task I set before you. You can have your lizard back.
Sarah, I cannot thank you enough for helping me. I wasn't sure if I'd ever leave Tel Arun alive. I'm sorry. I know I've asked too much of you. Sage advice. I've had my fill of schemes for now. I plan to dedicate myself to my studies and try to patch things up with Ioki. The last time I saw him, I said some hurtful things. Again, thank you. Next time you're in Sadrith Mora, come visit. I am a free mage of House Telvanni. You had no right to imprison me.
You presume to lecture me? You, who conspired to kill my servant. Thank whatever scaly gods you worship that I didn't rend the flesh off your back and feed you to the tower's roots. Cross me again, and your life is forfeit. We're done here. Be gone.
I always thought my worst humiliations were behind me. I guess I was wrong. Yes, well, I will be languishing in Gothrin slave pens. Just, it took me back to darker times. Reminded me of the risks and my good fortune up to this point. Perhaps I've been pushing too hard. I have a great deal to think about. I'll return to Sadrith Mora and continue my studies. Talk to Ioki. Bury myself in a good novel. Come and visit. It would be great just to sit and talk for a while as friends. I still owe you that cup of tea, right?
You return escaping Khajiit to that beast Gothrin. And now I hear about our eggkin crushed in the Zalkin Sul mine. I thought I understood you, but I do not.
Ioki, wait! I'm trying to be strong enough for the both of us. Ioki berated me because the Zalkin Sul cave-in killed some miners. You stole the prism to save us from Magister Gothrin. I suffered humiliation in a cage while you did what was necessary. Is that so wrong? No, of course not. I care deeply for Ioki. I want to help him, but I can't save everyone. I serve House Telvanni. I am Telvanni. He must understand that the house traditions may bend, but they will not break. I've never seen him so angry. I certainly hope not. But if he's lost faith in our plan, anything's possible. Ioki won't listen to me, but he might still heed your counsel. Would you talk to him? The Magisters will only tolerate so much defiance. If he makes another attempt...
I knew she would send you. Know that I do not blame you for your role in all this. We are, both of us, victims of Telvanni lies. This place deadens the soul, pure and impure alike. Now, let me guess. My heart sent you to counsel patience, yes? No Saxliel reaches for a branch beyond their grasp, but all the waiting, all the compromises, my patience rushes downriver. My companions and I must get a message to the ropefish. Will you? The ropefish are people smugglers, led by an orc named Kartag. I had hoped to work with him directly. Unfortunately, we must deal with one of his lieutenants, Bothamul. You must deliver the message before our distraction can begin. We can discuss the distraction soon. First, we cast the lure and hook the fish. Go to the inn and look for an orc named Atarga. Approach her, say, Vasamsi mine, and give her this payment. Deal only with Atarga. Hist protect you. Ask what you wish, but speak quickly. I feel the slave master's eyes on me. It is a forgetting place, where the noblest slaves labor until they die. That beast, Gothrin, hires thugs and murderers to guard it. They whip and kick and curse without restraint, without mercy. We aim to free those slaves. If I were, we would not have met. No one ever leaves Vasamsi. Even so, some of my friends are imprisoned there. I thought if Sun and Shadow freed me quickly, I could snatch them up on the way out of Vardenfell. Now I see that she does not care. There was a time when that made a difference, but now it does not. My spines wilt at the idea of leaving her, but she does not understand me. Slave-born Lukiel cannot hear the hist. She does not know me. She does not even know herself. They have a good reputation for getting the job done, as long as you have the gold to pay. Bothamul asks a high price, but we have few choices. We pooled our resources. Many small fish can feed a whale, yes? The Telvanni see us as beasts, almost too stupid to push a broom. We use that to our advantage. I never thought I would be a thief, but given the circumstance, I feel no remorse. The primary contact between the slaves of Sadrith Mora and the ropefish. She drinks like an eel, but we trust her. That is more than I can say for some of the other smugglers around here.
This stuff is good. So
Maybe you've had enough Sujama.
How much has she had? Sujama kicks like a bow-legged Echater. Let her sleep it off.
Come on, Atarga. Aim for the stairs.
So many stairs. Wait, I was supposed to do something.
I don't like drinking with strangers. Tusk off. Atarga's drunk as sanguine on Sundas. Won't get nothing but puke and bad jokes out of her. She told me why she was here. Dragging a few slaves across the border, eh? You give me the payment and I'll let the boss know. Savvy? Fine. Lug that gold to Bothamul yourself. No skin off my tusks. Camp's near Gothrin's place. Tell Arun. I'll even mark your map, seeing as we're fit to be partners soon. Keep your gob shut about Atarga getting sauced, eh? One headache's enough.
My master bids you welcome. What can I help you with today?
Hungry? I season all the food personally. And I do mean personally.
My friend, over here. Well, this is a coincidence. I came for a bottle of dry white. What brought you here? Have you spoken to Yogi? No! Yes, forgive me. I just couldn't keep pacing around the house, gnawing my claws. Is Ioki all right? What did he say? He's not planning to do something foolish, is he? Possumsea? You mean Gothrin's slave prison? What in the name of... I know he distrusts me now, but you can't let him do this. If the truth of our relationship gets back to the Council, I'll go to the mine. Maybe I can talk him out of this. I won't keep you.
Should have given me that gold at the inn, runt.
Move to flank!
Yeah? You need something? If not, you might want to clear off. We're doing a little business here, and it ain't exactly legal. Indisposed? Fancy talk for drunk as a boiled owl, right? Moloch's jawbone. She loves her drink, but she always stays sober on the job. Something stinks here. Maybe we should call this off. Logdabash. I'd bet my left tusk on it. I hope you gave her and that witless pig Hasbor a good kick in the teeth. We're better off without them. So let's get on with this. You with Ioki and his friends? Good. I should ask for a lot more than this. Vasamsi makes the inside of a Wamasu look homey by comparison. But a deal's a deal, eh? Tell Ioki we'll be there as agreed. The mine's east of here. Just steer clear.
There you are. I knew you would not abandon us. Your presence warms my scales, egg friend. Our companions in the mine know we are coming. We equipped ourselves as best we could. Now we strike. First, we must deal with the guards, especially the ones who linger near the entrance. If they raise the alarm, the slave master will descend on us like a hungry hackwing. Renisi thinks we should knock them out. Osri suggests we show no mercy. Renisi acquired a crate of powder bombs. Toss one near a guard and they should fall unconscious. Killing less guards might lessen the Magister's fury, making it easier to escape. But who knows? Free our friends and watch out for the guard captain. Osri spent many long weeks in the dry box beneath Tel Arun. Some of his closest friends died here in Vasamsi. His spines bristle with thoughts of revenge. I do not blame him. Slay the guards, free our people, and watch out for the guard captain. Good. I will follow you and help steer slaves toward the exit. If all goes as planned, we will all leave together. One last thing. We must be careful to avoid drawing the eye of Slave Master Arenim. You will never face a more ruthless mage. Sun and Shadow?
Yoki, the way we left things was... Please don't go.
I must. You and I share a heart, but our souls chur different songs. This cannot last. But before you go, you must see how your Telvanni treat our kin. Please, come into the mine and see how they live, how they die.
Fine. I will do this for you, but then I must go.
Yoki, be careful. We'll keep an eye out for any movement from Tel Arun.
Set this one free!
Today I rejoin the one.
Intruders! I'll fetch the slave master!
The slaves are revolting! To arms! Cut them down!
This is it! Run!
Do not be afraid. I will make sure you reach the boat safely.
Boat! I'm not getting on any boat!
Hart, you are coming with us. In time, you will thank me.
How dare you! Help! I'm being kidnapped!
I'm trying to save you.
Ah! The leaders of this pathetic revolt will pay dearly!
I'm a Telvanni mage! They were kidnapping me! can't believe what just happened. That filthy elf was going to kill me, a Telvanni mage. And Ioki sought to drag me off like a prisoner. How could he do such a thing? Has he lost his mind? I will, of course I will. I just need a moment to think. I could let him go, perhaps I should. But why? He brings me joy and comfort, doesn't he? When he's not kidnapping me, that is. Why would I give that up if I didn't have to? Maybe, but if I let him go, I'll never see him again. The one person who truly cares about me, gone. No more silly hissed poems, no more wildflower bouquets, nothing. He'll forgive me. It will just take time, right? Please, help me decide. Ioki, you can leave if you want. I won't stop you.
The house will betray you, Sun and Shadow. On that day, I hope you think of what we could have had.
I need a moment. We can talk outside.
May your soul return to the Hist, my friend.
We can mourn later, Ioki. We have to go.
Go. I will follow in a moment.
I feel as if my heart is breaking. How could I let him leave me? I suppose I did, but it brings me no joy. Little wonder that other members of my house do the wrong thing so often. Thank you for all you've done, Sarah. I will never forget your loyalty and friendship. I'll need to keep my life straight. I see a long, grueling audience with the council ahead of me. I try to pick up the pieces of my broken heart and continue my studies. Letting Ioki go was agony, but you were right. This is better for both of us. I spent so much time trying to earn his affection and prove my loyalty. Now I can truly focus. The game, my role in the house, my future as a magister, all of it. Perhaps when I've reached my full potential, I'll seek Ioki out again. See the world, you know. Until then, I live the life of a Telvanni. I'll need to keep my life straight.
not so loud. That creature in the next chamber is a tricky one. You must be my new apprentice. Well, let's listen, shall we? Can you smell it? The dust of ancient elves permeates the very air of this old tomb. Ooh, that's a good phrase. I must remember it for my next book. But tell me, what brings you to this lonely place? Assistant? Oh, you mean that young Nord woman who's been hanging about? Very kind of her. But Narcissus Dren doesn't need to be coddled. I'm in the middle of a very important undertaking. There's more to this old tomb than meets the eye. According to an old scroll I discovered, this tomb was built atop two older structures. Imagine secret chambers that haven't been opened in centuries. And the family died out ages ago. No one to contest my findings. Except that creature over there. She did she? Probably told you she found it. Well, I had to translate it, and from the ancient Elven, no less. Difficult, even for me. Now, before I could begin my investigation, however, that creature over there appeared to harass me. It's a sneaky one. Silent as a tomb and twice as deadly. Even its shadow is terrifying. But it won't get the jump on Narcissus Dren. Slip into the chamber and see what its intentions are. I'll wait here, poised to leap to your aid as necessary.